Hi guys, welcome back and happy Friday. Excuse my voice today, it's a little bit kind of here and there, but we are continuing to be on the mend, and I'm just happy to be here and doing some art with you. So I figured today would be a good time to do a end of week check-in. So it's going to be a pretty quick art prompt, simply because my voice doesn't seem to be lasting too long. We are going to just kind of check in with how our week has been, see some of the things that we're hanging on to, some of the things that were good, some of the things that were not so good, and how we can move into next week starting on a good and positive note. So overall, our prompt is going to look something like this. Okay, so we're going to go in a circle, and we're going to start off with the prompt, I feel. And this prompt can reflect your emotions. You feel a certain way. It can reflect your health. As for me, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. However that is that you want to describe yourself. So we're all going to kind of do this together. So start at the top of your circle here, and I want you just to write, I feel. Okay, so you can do that now. And I'll just kind of highlight mine as you guys go through. So I feel. Okay, so we've all got I feel written down. And then anywhere, anywhere around that spot, you can write things that you feel after this week, okay? So take some time now just to write down those things. You can also draw pictures if that's better represents it for you. But do that now, and then we'll come back and we'll draw our arrow to the next section, okay? All right, so once you're done that, we're going to draw an arrow down. So if you were pretending that this was like a clock, you would have I feel like at 12 o'clock, and then you would draw your arrow towards 2 o'clock, okay? So draw an arrow coming from I feel. All the way down. Okay, kind of like that. So 12, 1, 2 o'clock. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then our next category is I need. Okay, so once you've drawn your arrow, you can also write I need down. Okay. So we've got I feel, and then we've got I need. Okay, so similar to this one, you can draw, you can write, whatever works best for you guys. Think about things that you need after this week. Maybe you need to take a long bath for some self-care. Maybe you need some time with people that you care about. Maybe you need just some time to relax. What is it that you need after the week that you've had? Okay, so take this time now to write down some of those things, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next one. So you're going to draw an arrow from the 2 o'clock position to about the 4 o'clock position, and follow it around the circle. It's okay if it's not perfect, just like always. We're not too concerned about it. All right, and our next section is I forgive. Okay, so go ahead and write I forgive. All right, I forgive. So think about this week. Think about if there were any situations where there were people that maybe did something that hurt you or that made you feel not so good, or situations in general that made you feel that way. Maybe there's people in your life that you feel like you're ready to forgive, or maybe it's yourself. Maybe you were hard on yourself, and you are ready to forgive yourself for whatever it is that you were being hard on yourself for. So just think about that, and you can write down names or situations, or however you want to describe the things or people that you want to forgive, starting now to end off your week. All right? All right, moving on to our next one. So you're going to draw an arrow from I forgive to about, so you're at about 4 o'clock, so to about 6 o'clock, or the bottom of your page, somewhere kind of directly under I feel. It's okay, mine's going to be a little bit off center, which is fine. But again, draw your arrow, and then the next thing that we are going to write is I celebrate. Okay, so let's do our arrow. And then let's write I celebrate. All right. So on to the next one. I celebrate. So what were your wins this week? Did you accomplish things that you were hoping to accomplish? What were some positive things that happened? Any big or little thing that you can celebrate for the week. There's no thing too small that is worth celebrating. Maybe a win was you made it through your anxiety that you were feeling at the beginning of the week. Maybe you ate healthy. Maybe you just had a really good day on this one day. It could be anything. So think about things that you want to celebrate about your week and go ahead and write those or draw those out. Okay? All right, moving on. So if you're continuing with the clock analogies, then you're going to draw your arrow from about 6 o'clock to about 8 o'clock. If you're not continuing with the clock analogies, don't worry, just draw an arrow up a little bit to our next section. So from I celebrate. Okay, and our next section is I let go. Okay? So write I let go. All right. Okay. So I let go is the next one. So for this one, are there things that you're hanging on to from this week that have been causing you to stress about, or it's making you hold on to some sort of anger or sadness, or anything that you just want to be kind of released from your shoulders this week? Whatever that might be, I want you to write those things down. They can be a feeling that you want to let go of, a situation you want to let go of. It can be even giving yourself permission to not have to worry about something. Let it go, whatever that might be. So go ahead and write those things down or draw them out, same as always. But yeah, let's do that one. All right, let's draw our last arrow. So it's going to be going from 8 o'clock to about 10 o'clock on your clock. Or if you're not following the clock thing, just a little bit up, just kind of as we've been doing. So draw another arrow around. Thank you guys for putting up with my random bursts of coughing. And then our next section is going to be, and our last section actually, is going to be I trust. Okay, so we go ahead and write I trust. So, this one can be anything in terms of what do you believe can happen for next week. It's kind of like a positive affirmation of sort that things are going to get better next week, or you trust that like for me, I trust that my body is going to fight this virus that I have, even though it's not COVID. It is I don't know what it is. It's a cold or a flu of some sort. So I trust that my body can do that. You guys can trust that tomorrow is going to be better, or that next week is going to be better, or that you are going to accomplish something that you've been working towards, whatever that might be. So what do you trust is going to happen in the coming week? What is kind of your hope for the coming week? Okay, so go ahead and fill that last one in, and then we'll come back to close. All right, you guys, and there you have it. There's our end of the week check-in. I hope that you found it somewhat useful. It's kind of a good reflection tool on your week and a way to sort out the negative and kind of move into the next week with a positive outlook. And I hope to be back with you guys next week. I'm sorry that I have been out, but good news is that the COVID test came back negative, so this is just a regular cold or flu. Not quite sure what it is, but never been more grateful to just have a cold or flu. But yes, I hope to be back with you guys next week. Thanks for checking in and doing these YouTube videos. And yeah, I will see you guys on Monday.